Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division between George Foreman and Smokin' Joe Frazier. George Foreman's focus is front and center as he makes his way to the ring right now. Frazier's now making his way to the ring, and you can see how focused he is for the task at hand.
In the blue corner, with a record of 76 tries, with 68 knockouts and 5 losses, by way of Marshall, Big George Foreman. His adversary. His professional record stands at 32 wins, 27 by way of knockout, and 4 defeats. Hailing out of Beaufort, Smokin' Joe Frazier.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
The opening bell of this scheduled 12-rounder here. A much-anticipated fight. Round 1 underway. Joe Frazier blocks that punch. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by George Foreman. Teddy, you buy a ticket to a George Foreman fight. Clearly you want to see one thing.
Yeah, you want to see a knockout, and you're going to see power. And you know you're going to see the ability to catch somebody on both ends, because as dangerous as Foreman is and as intimidating as he can be on the offensive end, he can be exploited that much on the defensive end. He leaves himself open.
Zones in on that overhand right. Teddy, the influences in the corner of Joe Frazier, Yank Durham, Eddie Futch. What effect have they had on him?
The effect that both guys are the same kind of guys. Reliable, dependable guys, guys you can trust, guys you can move forward in your career with and not miss a step.
And guys that align well with Frazier's style?
Yeah, they understand what his strengths are and they feed into them.
Through this round, he got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. He clearly came in with a strategy here tonight, Teddy, and so many times it's, hey, I'm going to bang that drum.
Yeah, he is banging that drum. That drum happens to be the body, and he figures that he's going to try to move on him, so start doing it early on, and later on, he's going to have a guy in front of him.
The way these two are going at it early on, they're going to break the punch stat computer.
Well, they're trying to break more than that. They're trying to break each other's will.
He nearly lifted him off the ground. What an uppercut by George Foreman. And now they're trading blows. George Foreman's left landing well. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by George Foreman. Lands a big hook. Joe Frazier with a big right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs. What impact from that uppercut by George Foreman. Good double jab by Joe Frazier. thundering right hand from George Foreman. And a flush hook lands by Joe Frazier.
Listen, I need you to know, okay? Whenever he misses, come on. Beautiful. Nice movement there. Keep that up. Keep moving. Okay, listen. Stick close to this guy. Don't let him get too far.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Left to the body. A battering hook by Joe Frazier. A clean, crisp right hand by George Foreman. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Huge right hand from Frazier. Foreman's able to avoid that punch. Joe Frazier reminds me of one of those cartoons right now with birdies flying around his head. He needs to get rid of those cobwebs and find a way to stay in this fight.
Move it. Keep it. There you go.
What an uppercut by Joe Frazier. Teddy, if you're training a fighter to get ready for Joe Frazier and you're scouting Frazier, where do you see a window of opportunity?
Well, on the outside, not on the inside. He's a monster on the inside. But on the outside, you throw a punch, you might miss, he'll go under it, but he'll come right up in the middle. Look to nail him with the second punch when he comes up in the middle.
Joe Frazier with a vintage Frazier hook. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Threw the straight right hand, but didn't score with it. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Well-placed hook. Good work defensively by Joe Frazier. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Each man able to land an uppercut. And oh, what a good, strong uppercut by George Foreman. Foreman's able to land a nice, clean left hand. Joe Frazier's banged by an uppercut. We're seeing good work on the inside with the hook. Teddy, is it harder to train a guy defensively to deal with this than when they're fighting at more range?
Well, you have to learn to fight on the inside. What you have to do is make sure that your defense gets tighter. Automatically, I tell my fighters, Joe, when you get in close, get everything tighter. Everything up, everything closer, because you know that's where the stuff's going to be coming at you fast.
You see, he comes over the top with that right hand, a real solid shot. I like the way he went up top that time with the hook. George Foreman's got to be feeling the impact of that uppercut. And we come to the end of round number 2. You know, Teddy, I'm looking at that cut as he's in the corner now, and it doesn't look good at all. Do you think he thinks he has to go out there and try to end this fight?
Not only does he think it, I think he's right. I think that he probably has very little time left before the referee or the doctor's going to stop this. And he needs to be thinking that way if he's not.
Don't worry about it. Get in your rhythm, okay?
Frazier's off to a fresh start right now. That last round, he was really shook up, but he looks to be steady on his feet here. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. little head knocking with that right hand. Scored well up top. Joe Frazier's got a great sense of when and... Oh, a big shot comes home for him. It was in his scope, and he pulled the trigger with that straight shot, scoring the knockdown.
And he had a beautiful sight there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Foreman's back up on his feet. What will he look like in the next few moments of this fight? That's the big question.
Finish with the...
Huge left hand from Smokin' Joe.
Close the gap.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Joe Frazier. Foreman's cut, and you can see blood coming from his mouth. Now, I don't know if maybe the mouthpiece caused that, but the bottom line is that he can be swallowing that, and that can take away from his win condition. Wow, a big flush blow, the left hand by Joe Frazier. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect.
Side, move your head.
His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. Look at that! And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on? George Foreman wants to fight on, and here he comes. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Ten seconds to go in this round.
Keep your head moving.
3 minutes gone by in this round.
Okay? You're leaving yourself open too much. Come on. You gotta give me the double jab. You're not giving me the double jab. You're only giving me one jab. Nice work. He can't handle your speed. It's too much for him. Keep it up. Get it. Let's turn this into a fight.
And let's show you Teddy's scorecard for the first 3 rounds.
Got him!
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by George Foreman. Foreman's trying to get back to where he was here in this round. He was knocked down in the last round. Now, Teddy, when you're the opponent and you knock the guy down, those opening few moments of the next round, do you try to size up and kind of take into account where your opponent is? Do you look into his eyes and assess the situation?
Well, I don't know if you get close enough to look right into his eyes as your opponent, but first of all, in the corner, you better not send your fighter out if his eyes don't look clear. That's your responsibility, looking out for the fighter. But as the opponent...
Solid. That was a big shot that caught him, and it's a big shot that may end it right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox, his sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. George Foreman's going to keep taking this test, rising up after being knocked down. Nice strike after catching one by Joe Frazier.
Come on, get focused. Get your head moving. Up,
men digging in with uppercuts. Joe Frazier's being so very effective, punching in combination.
And that's what you want. He's got pretty good hand speed. Might as well use that hand speed. No better way to use it than putting them together.
Come on, kid, focus.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand.
Keep working the body.
And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by George Foreman. This round is in the books, and it looks like the gas tank on this fighter may be heading towards empty here. What is this, a case of guys just not putting in the road work and the conditioning prior to a fight?
No, you got to figure he came in. His weight was good. Scales don't lie. We looked at the weight. He came in pretty good condition. I think what it is now he's starting to get broken down a little bit, physically and mentally. The other guy is starting to impose himself on him.
Start of the round, but Teddy, it could be the end of the fight. He's been knocked down numerous times, including the last round.
You're probably right, Joe, but when things are darkest is when you find out what is special inside somebody, where they can go to a place you never expected them to be able to go to. Look at Archie Moore, Yvonne Durrell, years ago. Archie Moore was over 40 years old, in there with a 20-something-year-old Durrell. He was on the floor 3 times in the first round. He found a way to come back and knock him out in the 11th. Is this another one of those nights?
Well, the quick read on this guy, if you watch this fight so far, is that he just doesn't jab enough.
And that's the most basic thing in the world. You need that punch to make everything else happen.
Get inside, get inside.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Joe Frazier. George Foreman's failure to protect himself from that left hand, it's become a big story now.
Yeah, and he has to understand why. He's not controlling distance. He's standing too close in front. Needs to adjust a little further out.
He gave one right back in return. Nice work by George Foreman. And round 5 comes to an end. Foreman's corner has to keep him calm. That's the kind of cut that can send a fighter into fits.
Yeah, and a corner man into using crazy glue instead of adrenaline. I mean, that is a scary cut, as you just said.
Listen, he's done. He's done. I want you to double up that jab and finish off with the hook, okay? 1, 1, 2. Listen, when he reaches in, let that run.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. George Foreman's now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent punch right through that guard.
Well, he should feel the effects. I mean, look, Joe, it's kind of like standing out in a rainstorm with an umbrella, and all of a sudden the wind's coming, and the rain's coming from the side, and you're standing there under the umbrella and say, why am I getting wet? Well, you're standing there covered up. The punches are coming from the side. They're coming from all angles. You're going to get wet.
You're not always protected. Oh, and they decide to trade there. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Joe Frazier. They both decide to bring it. Good defense, just covering up down low. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Foreman's defense is paying off now.
Hand up.
And that's the end of round 6. Frazier's in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard too. But right now, he can't afford to coast because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
Take those shots, you understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches. Keep your hands moving. Keep busy.
And with the start of this round, the halfway point of this fight. Nice defense. Good block by George Foreman. Frazier's almost got like a viper quality to it, doesn't he? He just gets in there, he attacks real quick, comes in, strikes before you know what hit you.
Yeah, he's very quick, and that is his style. He likes to get in, do his damage, and get out. Right now, his opponent can't match him with that physical ability. What he's got to do is try to time him on the way in.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman. Frazier's punch is far off the target. But gives one. Good work by George Foreman.
Come on, get focused.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
Bang the body.
Good defensive skill. How about that exchange? George Foreman's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. And that's the end of round 7.
Move that body. You need to move that body. That was good. Took a lot out of him that round. Keep that up. Don't let him keep his distance from you, okay? I want you to take that range away. He can't do anything when you're close to him.
You know, it's so obvious here, but it needs to be said. I don't know how his opponent can continue on. He's dominating this fight through 7 rounds in your scorecard.
Well, that's a good point, Joe. You know, as a cornerman, as a trainer, your first job is prepare your fighter, give him a good game plan, get him in shape, but always the priority, your first responsibility, look out for the safety of your fighter. Right now, they have to be thinking about stopping it.
Oh, what an exchange! You see the defensive guard of Joe Frazier there. Good way to protect the midsection.
That's where you want to be. Hit the body.
Back and forth exchange.
What's the body?
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Foreman's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. George Foreman. Very nice. Wow! Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
And it's over. Look at this. Foreman's unable to continue. This fight is over. Knockout.
By way of knockout, your winner, Smoking.